So I've briefly mentioned on the channel once or twice before that I have had the dream of building a sort of diorama street style with a couple of dealerships, some mechanic shops, and other bits for some of my scale models. Now the initial plan was to do it in 1/24th scale, as that is the scale that I usually build in, but that would be a huge diorama, so I decided to scale it down a little bit to a 1/43rd for some of my diecast collection to be displayed in. Now for this I will be using the Creality Laser Falcon 2, also the enclosure and the honeycomb grid pattern for underneath so I don't ruin the table or the surface that I'm putting the laser graver on top of. The Laser Falcon and the accessories were kindly sent over to me by Creality free of charge in exchange for a video. Now this is just the first video in a series of many, and I'm probably guessing you're going to be seeing more of this laser in the near future for some extensions to the TSMC Street diorama. In order to give you the best possible video footage of this laser engraving, I will be using the Mintion Beagle version 2. This is a time-lapse camera originally designed for 3D printing or other time-lapsing, but they've recently added some stuff to it to make it also possible to time-lapse laser engraving. There are a lot of cool functions to add onto your laser with this camera, with the auto aligning and all that kind of thing to use in Lightburn, but I'm not really going to go over that all too much as it's a bit too technical for me to explain properly to you guys, so be sure to go check out the Mintion website and Creality. I will be leaving links in the description down below. So the Falcon 2 comes in two variations, one with a 22 watt laser and also one with a 40 watt laser. Now Creality was kind enough to send me the 40 watt version, so that made cutting through the MDF a real breeze. Now MDF is toxic, so don't breathe in the fumes and make sure you have proper extraction. For this I am using the full enclosure that I've shown at the beginning of the video. This also has an extraction fan and tube to go outside and remove all of the toxic fumes from your area. So be sure to use proper ventilation. I cannot express that enough. So as you can see, I've already started cutting some panels for the outer box. This is done in 1 centimeter thick MDF, and then the inner skin will be done with some styrene from Evergreen, just a couple of sheets. I'm using the black as that is best to cut with a laser cutter. All the other colors, specifically white, don't really cut all that well with these types of lasers, and using the black just makes it a lot easier, a lot faster, and a lot cleaner. Now I'm not fully cutting through all of the panels, I'm just cutting some to size and then adding some of the details for the underground parking garage that I'm going to be building as a first addition to the full street. Now I made this initially for a one floor or one level parking garage, and then came to the conclusion that the elevator door that I made was way too big, and also I couldn't spell the word elevator, so I had to start over. And then I decided that this box was more than big enough so I could add 2 levels. So I'm going for -1 and -2A. I'm then going to be gluing all of the panels to the MDF and then start the paintwork. Now before painting, this is still plastic styrene, so I'm going to be sanding it down and adding some primer in order for the paint layers to stick to it nicely and get a nice smooth finish. So first of all, I'm going to be applying some Streetblisters gray primer, and then I'm going to start on some of the colors. The outlines for the parking spots are usually a bright highlighter yellow or orange in most of the parking garages that I've seen around my area, so I decided to do those in a nice Ferrari yellow Modena or just Ferrari yellow. And then for some of the numbers and design elements of the parking garage, I'm going to go for Gulf Orange and Gulf Blue, just to highlight the areas of the parking spots themselves, and also add some additional details here and there that are kind of car related due to the colors used that are pretty well known in the car world for most car guys. So the initial 2 or 3 colors were now applied. I let those cure for a little bit and then could start moving on to the masking, as I don't want the yellow and the blue and the orange painted on top of with another color. These of course needed to be masked off, and I just put some masking tape on it, and since I engraved all of the lines for the lettering and all the other bits, it was really easy to put the tape on and just score it with a knife to cut it all out. I could then move on to the second stage of painting, and that was adding the gray. This was a Lamborghini gray, which I thought was really suitable for the floors, as that made a nice clear parking spot and also left all of the other colors to pop out really well. For the walls, I used some Porsche Carrera white, and then again, of course, revealing the Gulf blue and orange accents on the wall as well for the indications of the elevator and also on which floor you are located. One of the things that I wasn't really all that happy with, and that is the thing that I'm doing right here, is the actual elevator door itself. Now, I wanted it to be in a sort of metal look, and I still had some tape laying around from the underfloor for under the laminate that I've laid in my house that puts the insulation pieces together, and that kind of looked like metal, so I figured I'd give that a go for some of the elevator doors and the metal elements. And on one hand it looks pretty good, but on the other it has some dirt, dust, and unevenness underneath it, and that makes it look kind of horrible. So maybe I need to figure something out for that in the future, but for now I'm probably going to be leaving it here. On the other hand, there were some mistakes by me in the drawing. I'm no professional when it comes to drawing, and making errors when measuring is one of the things that I'm really capable of. So I did need to hide a couple of crimes here and there, and I'm just doing that by adding a kickboard or a plinth to some of the edges underneath, and I could then move on to adding the floor for the second level in there as well, just gluing that in place, and that also needed to be finished off around the edges, but this one just fit in a lot better, so since I did it on the floor underneath, it would kind of need to be done here as well, just for continuity's sake. I also made a small mistake when it came to measurement in the corner, so I needed to add some drainage pipes there too. Just a simple styrene tube, cut to length and then glued in place just to hide that corner and also add a little bit more detailing. And once that was completed, I could put the roof on and then come to the conclusion that it is way too dark in here, and I kind of knew that beforehand, but kind of didn't care. But once everything was finished, I did care, and it looked too dark, so I added some LED strips in there just to add some lighting to go from a dark to nice brightly lit parking garage. Now let me be very clear, I'm no Luke Towan of Boulder Creek Railroad, and I'm not really that capable at creating super cool dioramas, but I believe I'm getting somewhere, and I'm just really enjoying creating these small worlds for my model car collection and different ways to display them. Now this is a first of many in a series for the TSMC Street. I might be adding some more additions for parking garages or underground parking stuff next to this one further on in the series, but I'm also probably going to be building some dealerships for various brands to showcase some Lotuses, Porsches, etc. as a sort of New York City kind of street style diorama with everything in between, and I'm just going to be building that up in sections as I go and when I feel like it. If you enjoyed this video and this series, do leave comments down below on suggestions for the next one in this series, and again, if you're interested in checking out the Creality Laser Falcon or the Mintion camera, do check out the links down below.